Grand Seiko takes a lot of nature inspiration, but for this series of watches, the inspiration is the Katana. Welcome back to the channel for Right Time Watches here in Denver, Colorado. Today we're going to look a little bit closer at two gorgeous watches inspired by the katana sword from Japanese culture. These Grand Seiko watches are absolutely phenomenal, but before we dig into the details, we'll invite you to subscribe to the channel so you catch all of our upcoming videos. These watches have a 40mm diameter with a 46.2mm lug-to-lug distance. They are 12.5mm thick and powered by the 9R65 spring drive movement from Grand Seiko. The artistry and craftsmanship behind the katana sword making was the inspiration for this series of watches from Grand Seiko. Accordingly, they used the sharp-edged 44GS case as the basis for these models, and I think that was a beautiful pairing. We have two models at our store. The first is the green dial, the SBGA491. This model is inspired by and modeled after the strong inner core of the katana blade. The second model, the SBGA489, is inspired by the high-carbon, dense outer steel of the katana sword. With either model, you are getting an expertly crafted and beautifully manufactured wristwatch from Grand Seiko. This Japanese watch company is world-renowned for its precision and its detailing, and that is evident in this pair of watches. The subtle and light texturing on the dial of this particular model, paired with the beautiful gold hand and gold GS as well as the power reserve indicator, looks phenomenal. The second model has a similar texture but with a lighter green color, and it looks great as well. Whichever your preference, if you'd like to get your hands on one of these timepieces, you will be taking home a fantastic timekeeper. The quality, as I mentioned before, is perfect, and it becomes evident when you get hands-on with these timepieces. Every surface looks and feels perfectly produced. The high-polished surfaces look fantastic, and of course the sharp angles on this 44GS case are very well loved by the Grand Seiko and watch collecting community as a whole. This case does have drilled lugs, making it easy to swap out the bracelet for a strap if you desire. This shorter lug-to-lug distance is aided by a bracelet that articulates down quickly. Overall, it looks fantastic, and of course we have modern features such as a sapphire crystal and a screw-down crown. The operation of the movement through the crown is butter smooth. The 9R65 spring drive movement from Grand Seiko is nearly perfect. Everything about it is very enjoyable to use, especially the perfectly smooth sweep of the seconds hand. This one is paired with a date, which is a really nice feature for most people in terms of functionality. The bracelet pairing with this watch is very classic Grand Seiko, a lovely 3-link with a polished outer edge of the center link. This one has the smaller Grand Seiko clasp with a beautiful milled deployant. The quality of the buckle is very nice, and of course it's extremely comfortable when on the wrist. These models are paired with a see-through caseback, and you can get a look at this 9R65 spring drive movement. If you aren't familiar, a spring drive movement pairs the wonderful functionality and detailed use of an automatic wristwatch with the timekeeping of a quartz. The quartz crystal is used to regulate the accuracy of this movement, giving you plus or minus 10 to 15 seconds per month. This movement does also have a 72-hour power reserve, which is indicated there on the dial with that lovely champagne gold indicator. The meticulously detailed metal finishing is well on display through this sapphire caseback. My personal opinion is that this movement is finished as good or better than any other in this price category. The second model with the gray dial has all the lovely features of the first, but with a different dial color. This way, if you have a preference towards something a little more understated, you may consider this version instead. Whichever direction you lean, wearability will not be an issue. This 44GS case is a fan favorite for a reason. It's extremely comfortable on the wrist, has lovely proportions at 40mm, and has a shorter lug-to-lug distance, so if you've got a wrist smaller than my own, which is 8 inches, it will still wear beautifully. When you consider all of the time and attention that goes into the design and production of a Grand Seiko timepiece, hearing the price point of $5,600 really is a lovely surprise. When you consider also that this is a US exclusive series, you should enjoy that also. I personally love these two watches, and I think they are a great addition to the 44GS collection across the board. They look fantastic and are produced wonderfully. I love this series of watches. I think they're gorgeous and very technically impressive, along with being finished to a beautiful degree. If you'd like to purchase one of these or any of our other watches, please visit us online at righttime.com or give us a call. We're always happy to help. As always, thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time at Right Time.